Well, good morning everyone, and we have arrived at the Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge, and we got our first herp of the day. This is a gopher tortoise who's out here just crossing the road. We're going to give this guy some space and see if he'll make it to the other side. Okay, so I didn't really get to film an intro to the video because the gopher tortoise was literally on the road at the entrance to Okefenokee, but here we are right now, and Okefenokee is a place that I've been to a few times before. I actually did a video series last year about my first time visiting Okefenokee, which those two videos are on my YouTube channel. But this is only my fourth time to Okefenokee in total. This is an area, if you've watched those videos, some of these sites may look very familiar, but now it's mid-May, so this is obviously the time of year where herps are really emerging or getting to full swing, but it's also really warm right now. I'm out here early in the morning because temps are expected to reach over 90 degrees by midday, and the humidity is just getting more and more too, which makes things a little unbearable. But that gopher tortoise is a good start to the day. I actually have not seen a gopher tortoise at Okefenokee yet, even though I've seen them in multiple other places in southern Georgia. I'm not going to spend all day in Okefenokee. Obviously, when it starts getting hot, I think I'm going to head out. We'll see. I'm just keeping my eyes peeled on the road for anything crossing, and I'll get back to you shortly. Alright everyone, we got our second herp of the day. This is a yellow-bellied slider who is basking on the shoreline of this pond. It looks like the slider is alerted to our presence, as you can see. I don't know if it's going to dip into the water right over here or it's going to continue to bask, but I really don't want to disturb this guy, so I'm just going to let him be and allow him to get those important vitamins from the sun that he needs and enjoy some time in the heat. Okay everyone, so right over here we have, it didn't take too long, but we have our first alligator of the day. There is about a maybe 4 or 5 foot alligator who's just basking on the edge of this small little pool over here. Pretty content to just sit there and take in the sun as the turtle was doing earlier. We're gonna let him be, snap a few more photos, and then keep on going. Well, it didn't take very long, but right on the other side of this little channel over here is our second alligator of the day. This one's maybe roughly a 3-footer, another young gator that's just basking along this beautiful channel over here. One thing I've definitely noticed is that the gators at Okefenokee seem to be habituated to people. They're used to a lot of traffic coming through. So this gator, we're standing maybe, I don't know, 50 feet away, 20 to 50 feet away from it, and it's just completely content to just sit there, really posing for some cool photos. And yeah, really cool just to see gators out basking and not being afraid of people. So we got something up ahead in the road here. It looks like it's an alligator. I'm not 100% sure. It could be something else. No, it's an alligator. There's an alligator who's literally in the middle of the road. This is our fourth gator. This one's literally in the middle of the road. This is a good size one too. The gators are all out today. This is our fourth alligator that we've seen in like the last 20 minutes. This one's literally sitting in the middle of the road. So right on this fence post over here is an eastern fence lizard, displaying their namesake. This is the first lizard of the day. I'm actually going to switch over to my camera to get a shot of this guy because he's posing perfectly, and I don't want him to take off. So our second lizard of the day, right on this hose over here, is a 6-line race runner who is running off. And that's what they do. So last time when I was in Okefenokee, back in March, I was very lucky to actually see 2 timber rattlesnakes, and one was actually using this barn right over here. Unfortunately, I don't see any timbers here today, but this is the first time I got to see timber rattlesnakes in the southeast where they display that iconic canebrake morph. And it was also really cool to see them using a barn like this. My only experiences with timber rattlesnakes have been up in the northern part of their range where they are restricted to communal denning in these upland rocky habitats. But here, because it's warm all the time in the southeast, timber rattlesnakes don't have to rely on communal denning, and they can use structures like these just to hide out in when it gets too warm out. So a little disappointed that they're not here right now, but we're going to keep looking and see if we can turn up any snakes. So right over here, there is a green anole. I lost him for a second. Well, you could see a green anole, which is foraging through this wetland over here. Oh, there he is. Right there, you can see him. He's just hanging on the lily pads, probably foraging for insects. These lizards are so ubiquitous here in South Georgia, but they never cease to amaze me. And this is the first green anole that we've seen of the day, and it's the 3rd species of lizard that we have seen on the day. So we're going to let this guy get back to foraging, and we're going to keep moving onward. So just an absolutely breathtaking view of the natural beauty that is the Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge. Currently at this time, we haven't really seen a whole lot today, but it's been super quiet. No one is out here, so we've had the whole place to ourselves. Haven't seen a snake on the day, but it's views like this where none of that really matters, and I'm just more than happy to sit here and admire the beauty that is Okefenokee. And probably going to stay up here for a little bit. I don't see any turtles basking down there, as clearly see. Just looks like there's really not a whole lot of action going on, but temperatures are actually pretty good at the moment. It's not, we got a night, obviously we're a little higher, so there's a nice breeze, but it feels relatively calm in terms of no humidity, just beautiful natural views and beautiful weather. So hopefully we can turn up some stuff, and yeah, I'll touch back with you soon. Okay everyone, so right in here there has to be at least a dozen baby alligators. I'm going to show you how many I can find, probably not all of them, but right over here is one. Then we come down this way, and there's one, you can see the tail over there, so that's two. And then in here we have a whole bunch of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 baby alligators right there. There is, let me see, we got a train going on over here. You can see 2 of them right there. I thought I saw one crawl up that way, so that's 10 just in that stretch, and there goes one. Nope, they're thinking about going into the water. And then that's at least 10. And there's another one right over here. Oh, there's 2 actually. So that's 12. So that's 12 that I can see. Alligators. All within this little stretch right over here. The mom, I heard her, is somewhere in here. Obviously don't want to get too close. She will get very defensive. But yeah, the mom is somewhere in here. I heard her, but that's at least 12 baby alligators. I think there's actually, make that 13 because we got 2 over there, and I think one of those I counted earlier. So that's 13, at least 13 baby alligators just off to the side over here. That's something that's really cool. We haven't seen much of anything else, but the gators are all over the place here in Okefenokee today. Okay everybody, I have officially left Okefenokee and currently right now in Folkston, Georgia. Temperatures have soared past 90 degrees and everything is so hot and humid right now. I cannot imagine a snake being out and about right now this time of day. So to me there was no sense in hiking, going around. I wasn't seeing anything in the wetlands there. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I do want to go to the Fargo side of Okefenokee and road cruise there. That's one of the most reliable places I know of to road cruise for snakes. Unfortunately, the weather is forecasting PM thunderstorms, and that's going to continue on for the next week. So really no sense in going out there tonight if it's just going to be thunder and lightning. So the next available day, when the weather is good and when I have the motivation, I'll drive out to that area and road cruise there and probably add those clips onto this video. Unless I find anything else today, you probably won't see me again until I go road cruising on the west side of Okefenokee. Until then. Okay people, my night is complete. Oh my god, I cannot get over the fact